Hello and welcome to this edition of Reporters. Once upon a time, in a distant land, people spoke of a legend, a story about a god born from a volcano, a god who then became a white man and moved to England and married a queen. Now, the legend goes that the man will return to his land on his 89th birthday to bring prosperity to all. Well, although it may sound like it, this isn't in fact just a story. The land is the Vanuatu island of Tanna, and the man is none other than Prince Philip, the husband of the Queen of England. The crucial date was a little earlier this year. Now, Prince Philip has gone as far as to acknowledge his responsibilities with his long-distance followers and has even posed with gifts from the tribe's people. But as with every good legend, there's a twist to this tale of destiny, but also a very happy ending. Our reporters Fanu Falali and Amos Roberts have been to the South Pacific to investigate.
This is where the story begins. Mount Yasur on the island of Tanna in Vanuatu. One of the most active volcanoes in the region. Out of it came the world, life, and Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth's husband.
Once upon a time, there were two women. They were sitting when this volcano came. They had intercourse, then Prince Philip came. Then they were sent back. That's how we know about Prince Philip. He left Tanna to go to England as a messenger. Once there, he married the Queen. Prince Philip is the spirit of the garden.
According to the prophecy, Prince Philip would return to Tanna on his 89th birthday. The day is fast approaching, and at Yaunanen, the entire village is preparing for the occasion. Siko Nathwan is the new chief of Yaunanen. After his grandfather passed away last year, he became the custodian of the village stories, the myths and legends that have defined the belief system of his people over centuries. He's carrying what most here hold as evidence that Prince Philip is from Tanna.
You mean everyone in Pacific?
Everyone in the Pacific says Prince Philip is from England or Greece.
England or Greece.
But our grandfathers carved the club and sent it off to him with a message saying, if you're from Tanna, hold this club and take a picture, so that everyone who sees the picture will know that you're from Tanna. This is the club he is holding. It has been carved here and sent to him. You see it in this photo. I think the time has nearly come for him to come back. Today is the day that we will open the door.
It's still early, but on the village square or Nakamal, the celebrations have already started. It's a big feast that Siko Nathwan is throwing. Representatives of all major villages in Tanna have made the trip. Some have even travelled overnight to take part in the celebrations. Not everyone here worships Prince Philip, but all are curious to discover the face of Yaunanen's ancestral spirit.
This is a big day. This is him. We've been hearing about him, and now we see him.
That is our club.
I was here when they were carving that club.
When I see his photo, it feels like I'm looking at one of my relatives. I feel very happy.
The younger generations of Tannese struggle to reconcile traditional belief and rational thinking. But there's always a way.
For us young people, it's harder to believe he's from Tanna. We're educated and we've adopted a different system.
But do you personally believe he's from Tanna?
Yes, I do believe he's from Tanna.
As the day goes on, anticipation is mounting. But still, no Prince Philip in sight. And it's Siko Nathwan's turn to speak.
Today, the 10th of June, is the day when Prince Philip will arrive. Everybody in Tanna felt that this is the truth, and felt we are part of Yaunanen. Whether you're a good man or a bad man, you're part of this community. Sometimes we face problems and difficulties in life. It doesn't come by itself, but it's up to us to decide if we want to be happy or not.
While words of wisdom are spoken, some unexpected guests make their entrance. 2 British students who have been living on Tanna for a few months, feeling very much at home on the island. They've come to Yaunanen with a special message.
My country's flag is called Union Jack.
Union flag.
It's a symbol of unity. Another symbol of unity in my country is the royal family. Queen Elizabeth was her husband, Prince Philip.
Queen Elizabeth with a man named Prince Philip.
Where I come from, his name is His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh.
Philip.
Since he married the Queen, Philip has had a duty, a responsibility towards that flag, the British flag. That's why I don't think he will come back today. But I think that one day, after he dies, his spirit will come and will rest here.
At the same time, I just felt a bit of a responsibility to explain to these guys something like this. Because, like I say, they're our family here. Every one of them's family, a brother, sister.
The Englishmen then pay their respect to the village chief, who swallows the news gracefully. Siko Nathwan may have missed out on his chance to see Prince Philip, but others in Tanna haven't. A couple of years ago, a special delegation from a neighbouring village was sent to the UK by a British television programme. Since then, a rivalry has developed between the 2 villages, and their chief is not attending the ceremony today. We found the group of lucky ambassadors in Ikunala, an hour's drive from Yaunanen. Gathered around the campfire, the men of Ikunala share the story of their surreal visit to Windsor Castle.
This is the one taken when we were at Windsor. That's us here. Joel, Posen, Nago, Philip, me and Albie. That's when we were inside the house at Windsor. That's his house. On top of the building there was a flag and we were standing inside the house. Everywhere inside there was gold. When I met Philip, I was happy and I nearly cried because it was a prophecy for my grandfathers and my father that this man was their friend, but they were never able to see him, so I met him on their behalf. I'm very glad I did.
When the 5 men set off to meet Prince Philip, they left on a special mission.
We asked him, is it Papa ripe or not yet? If it's ripe, you tell me and I will tell your people in Tanna. He told me he couldn't tell whether it was ripe or not because there's still a crisis in England. But he said when you go back, I will send the message out to Tanna to let you know when the Papa is ready.
In Tanna, pawpaws are a symbol of life and peace. Prince Philip will come back when the pawpaw is ripe. Meanwhile, the story must survive the passing of time.
Your grandfathers have been telling me this man is from Tanna. Back then there was no photo, we just heard there was a man called Philip. But you're lucky to see his picture in front of you.
Old and young have gathered under the giant banyan tree to learn about Prince Philip.
Because England is very cold, he must be a white man. If I lived there for a while, you'd find my skin paler. It is very cold in England, not the same weather as we have here. Even if his skin is white and we are black, the color of the skin is nothing. The blood is the same as what we have.
Flesh, blood, and spirit, Prince Philip is all of the above. But as a spirit, he's guaranteed eternity. In Yaunanen, festivities are drawing to an end. The day was a success. All here are convinced Prince Philip attended in spirit. All except perhaps the messengers. For them, it's time to bow out.
Well, that's it for this edition of Reporters. You can watch that and all our other reports again on our website. Just log on to france24.com, that's france24.com. Until the next time, bye for now.